Welcome to another episode of Economy Today on TVRC. My name is Kolawole Itunoloa. Joining me on set is Mr. Akintunde Somi Vincent. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
He's a lead analyst on TVRC, an educationist, and also an economist. We are going to be bringing to you another interesting topic today that says crude oil tax sabotage to Nigerian economy. As we all know that Nigeria is a blessed country with natural resources, yet Nigeria is still faced with a lot of issues. Nigeria has been experiencing some of the worst crude oil tax in its history, with millions of dollars lost daily through stealing, which has caused a lot of destructions to Nigerian economy. People have been complaining about the stealing of crude oil and the destructions it has caused to Nigerian economy. What could be the causes of this, and what could be the likely solution? I'm going to welcome my guest one more time, Mr. Akintunde. You're welcome and set.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Fine.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk about this first question. Let's talk about oil stealing. Are they quantifiable?
Well, we have them in their numbers on daily basis. Over 2,000 barrels of oil are being stolen on daily basis. And don't forget that this crude oil theft is an organized crime in this country, orchestrated by oligarchs, by those who have been able to acquire humongous amount of money and it's not just a crime that is, it's more or less like it's been up by the cabals, some set of people who have all it takes to perpetrate this particular heinous evil. So, in my opinion, I think they are quantifiable, and it's in their numbers, over 200,000 barrels per day that is being taken away, that is being carted away from the country.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Akintunde.
Sorry, before I also drop on that question,
Okay.
if not more,
All right.
I think but don't forget that we are so blessed in this country, like you said in your paraphrase,
Okay.
that we have natural resources.
Yeah.
Don't forget our land is so fertile with this crude oil.
Okay.
So at strategic locations, people are being what's it called, illegal production of these crudes, and they have been taken outside the country through various means, especially through the waterways.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Akintunde. Now to my next question. What is OPEC production quota?
Well, in my opinion, I think the OPEC production quota is that 1.8 million barrel should be produced per day.
Oh, that's true.
And so far so good, we've not been able to meet up to that with that standard of OPEC, despite the fact that our land is so rich and blessed with crude oil.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Akintunde. Now to my next question. Let's talk about crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism in Nigeria. What's your take on that?
Well, it's as a result of what I call nonchalant attitude and lack of political will from the side of the government. Because there are so many ways to actually to maintain whatsoever that is actually facing the country. If most of the pipelines, no reason why they shouldn't be. Okay, I think maybe. Well, I know you still want to ask me the possible solution because that's been a trajectory so far. But it's not good. Let me just quickly chip in this before we jump into that. Most of the time when you see these pipelines being laid, they actually they move across one state to another state. This vandalism is often done by communities that feel they are being marginalized, communities that are not happy with the way things are going in the country. So the vandalism is being carried out by some boys. I wouldn't want to call them criminal elements, but whatsoever that is affecting this economy of this country, being done either by citizens or non-citizens, that's nothing more than criminal act. So what I'm saying in essence is vandalism in this country is being done by those who are, because most of people will not come from very far distance to come and perpetrate evil within your cocoon without having an insider. So what I'm saying is vandalism is as a result of, it has so many factors, so many reasons. I think that on its own is going to be a talk of the day we've got to talk about pipeline vandalism, because there are so many reasons surrounding this pipeline vandalism in Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much. Let's talk about this other question. That is, what is the government doing to make sure the oil are not being stolen by criminals?
Well, like I said, I was about jumping into it because I had to stop. Is that there should be these issues of technology.
Okay.
I see no reason why, if this where we are getting the chunks of the money that is savaging our economy, what is wrong in mounting CCTV cameras to monitor those pipelines?
Exactly.
And again, we have there's this NSCDC now that has been saddled with the responsibility of checking those pipelines. But the point is, do we really have enough of them? Should we just put all our resources when even the police officers are not even enough to man the states? These people, it requires some modicum of creativity. Look at this. Look at what is happening in the world. Nobody is sending all their soldiers to go and fight a particular war anymore.
Yeah.
It could be in Texas,
Sure.
where drone is being sent from Texas to Iraq
Sure.
without even any soldiers being on that drone. That is what you have been able to manage your resources. So what I'm saying is, the question again, there should be a kind of we should mount CCTV should be mounted on all those to monitor those what's it called, those pipelines. And again, accountability.
Okay.
People must be held accountable. Enough of this bottleneck fiscal federalism that we are running, where people will just go away with crimes. And like I said, this has been. It's not just an ordinary person will not just want to carry out a oil theft. These are done by the plutocratic, by those who are like I said, the oligarchs, those who are with the mix and the honey. These are people who oftentimes carry out this theft. So like I said, accountability, and again, rule of law must take its course. There should be a rules guiding this. Once you are caught, you should be made to face the wrath of the law. Because when somebody is doing it and nothing is being done, people will keep doing it on a daily basis. And the security operatives, I talked about the NSCDC. We also have the Nigerian Navy. Most of these oil are being taken across the border through the waterways. What are we doing with that? What is the function of our Navy? When we have the Air Force, they are there to look at to man the air. The Navy, they are to all the maritime whatsoever. That's their duty. So what I'm saying in essence is, these people should be they should be well equipped. Okay. Nobody wants to risk his life. No professional wants to go about his duty in a quack and in an amateur way. So, like I said, the political will, the federal government was, in short, like I said, if you notice the system so far, my way of addressing it so far, you notice that most of the votes are always lie on at the table of the government. Because the president is not the director-in-chief. The president is the commander-in-chief. He commands. That's his duty. So like I said, the political will must be there. What is wrong if the security architectures are being financed to the climax, to the pinnacle, so that we are going to save this country from this quagmire that we are into. What is the essence of having the money and there is no peace? Sure. What is the essence of having the money and people are going away with crimes? And should we be encouraging crimes on a daily basis? So if we have the money should be spent to make sure that things are being done, things are put in proper perspective. So in my opinion, like I said, I talked about mounting of CCTV, I talked about equipping our military operatives, I also talked about rule of law, I also talked about, I think there's one I also talked about again, like accountability, which is very essential.
Sure. Alright, thank you so much, Mr. Akintunde Somi. Before we draw the curtain to this program, I would like to ask you one more question concerning what the government are actually doing concerning this issue. crude oil is very important, is very necessary for every individual and to Nigeria as a whole. But this crude oil stealing has really caused a lot of sabotage, a lot of destruction to Nigerian economy. I want you to let the viewers know what the government can do and what the individual can do. I want to take you back to your the way you answered earlier. So I want you to give the individual your advice and also
before I even jump onto the question, back in the days in our elementary chemistry class, we're taught separation techniques, and on that we're taught what's it called, how crude oil is being separated through, I think it's fractional distillation, either be two, or I don't know if it's distillation or fractional distillation, either be two, fractional distillation. So there's what we call, if you look at the structure of that crude oil is the raw crude in itself. From there, we're able to get PMS, we're able to get diesel, we're able to get coal tar, we're able to get coal gas, we're able to, through catalytic cracking. I want to recall it, if my chemistry is very much here. So what I'm saying in essence is, just if you look at all those things, they're very essential for man needs. And even bitumen for our roads. I think these are where they are the product of all this crude oil. So what the government should do is that, and funny enough, most of our economy, the chunks of our economy are gotten from this crude oil. And that's why most of all these politicians are always eyeing the political seats. It's nothing because it's just because of this crude oil.
That's true.
Because that's where they know the milk, that's where the milk and the honey, that's where they do their domicile. So what I'm saying in essence is, the government must make sure that if you know, like the popular Yoruba saying that says, when your yam is becoming bigger, what do? You guide it jealously.
Exactly.
The moment, if the government if they realize that this way our economy is, the chunks of our economy are getting from, they ought to have just been so careful, so that they don't just turn it into a mess. So what I'm saying is, the government should make sure there should be a political will. Finance your security operatives. Finance them to the pinnacle, to the climax. Give them what it takes to safeguard this country. And let me just even digress. Outside this economic crisis, outside this crude oil sabotage, the economies, the security operatives, from banditry, from kidnapping. Who are those? Who are those? Are you the one? Will you go to the Kaduna Road Expressway to go and you want to go and fight with the bandits? You want to go and fight with the kidnappers? You can't. It's still going to be done by these security operatives. So what I'm saying in essence is, give them what they need. The only thing is that monitor them.
Sure.
Don't just say they are requesting too much. If they are requesting too much, what are they using it for? Monitor them. And that's why we are in this mess. Nobody's monitoring. Look at price control. Sure. It's so, you check shops, check even our fuel stations, our gas stations. You notice that some are selling, there's no uniform price. Some are selling just the way they like. Just move down here. Ask how much they sell the fuel, how much they sell their PMS. Go to the other side, how much they sell their PMS. And they are all there. They will just put a price on the machine. But they have a way they carry out their dastard act to shortchange the economy, to destroy the economy of this country. Monitoring is very essential.
Alright. Thank you so much, Mr. Akin today, Some Vincent. The government should be careful and also safeguard the country from crude oil theft for it not to cause a destruction to Nigerian economy. We've come to the end of today's program on Economy Today. Join me next time on another episode. See you next time. Bye.